take a breath, a real one. The kind you haven't taken since you rolled out of bed this morning. You're tired. Not the kind of tired that sleep fixes, the kind that comes from being always on, always available, always hustling. Your phone's been lighting up since 6 a.m. The emails started before you even opened your eyes. Someone needed something before you'd had your coffee. And here you are, at the end of another day that felt like running on a treadmill, set to a speed just slightly faster than you can maintain. Welcome to the American grind. Monday morning hits like a freight train, and by 9 a.m., you're already running on fumes and wondering how you're going to make it to Friday. But tonight, right now, we're hitting pause. Consider this your system reboot. Your mental operating system has been running too many programs at once, too many tabs open, too many notifications are pinging, too many demands on your RAM. And just like any device pushed past its limits, you're overheating, you're lagging, you're one pop-up away from a complete crash. So let's do what every good tech support specialist recommends. Shut it down, clear the cache, and restart fresh. This isn't just another night. This is the beginning of a January week, a high-stakes opportunity, if there ever was one. Last year had its failures. We all know that. The goals you didn't hit, the version of yourself you didn't become, the promises you made last January quietly died somewhere around March. You don't need me to list them. You've been carrying them around like background apps, draining your battery. But here's what hustle culture, woe on't tell you. You were never meant to run like this. The grind is a lie they sold you. The idea that if you're not exhausted, you're not working hard enough. That if you've got time to breathe, you're not maximizing your potential. That rest is for the weak, and sleep is for the unsuccessful. By 9 a.m. on any given Monday, you're already supposed to have manifested, meditated, worked out, meal prepped, answered 17 emails, and posted something inspirational on LinkedIn about how grateful you are for the grind. It's exhausting just thinking about it. And somewhere in all that noise, you started believing that your worth was tied to your output. That God's favor operates on the same algorithm as your social medium: more engagement, more value, more productivity, more blessings, better metrics, better life. But that's the scarcity mindset talking. The lie that there's not enough time, not enough opportunity, not enough success to go around. So you'd better grab yours before someone else does. You'd better hustle harder, push longer, and sacrifice more. Except God's economy doesn't work that way. His resources aren't limited. His grace isn't rationed. His peace isn't earned through a performance review. You're not competing for crumbs. There's no scarcity in the kingdom-only abundance you have untapped into yet, because you've been too busy chasing the wrong things. So right now, in this moment, claim a quiet zone in your mind. Just a small space like airplane mode for your soul. A place where the notifications can't reach you, where the demands of your inbox don't exist, where the comparison game stops, and the rat race pauses, and the digital noise fades to white noise, and then to nothing at all. This is your space, free from the 24/7 digital world that convinced you that being unavailable is somehow irresponsible, that boundaries are laziness, that rest is something you have to earn after you've proven yourself useful enough. You don't have to earn this moment, it's yours. Take it. Because here's what they do unteach in business school or blast across your feed. Faith is the ultimate competitive advantage in a chaotic economy. When the market's unstable and the future's unclear and the news cycle is a dumpster fire, and everyone's running around like the sky is falling, faith is the thing that keeps you grounded, steady, clear-headed, when everyone else is losing theirs. Not faith like a motivational poster, real faith, the gritty kind, the kind that shows up on Monday morning when you don't feel like it, the kind that says, I'm going to trust God's plan even when my 5-year plan just went up in flames. And real faith requires real honesty. Stop measuring your worth by your LinkedIn profile. God doesn't care how many connections you have, or what your latest endorsement says, or whether your job title sounds impressive at dinner parties. He's not scrolling through your highlights, checking to see if you're worthy of his attention. Your bank balance doesn't move him either, not the number itself, not whether it's climbing or falling or stuck somewhere in the middle while you stress about bills and budgets and that investment you probably shouldn't have made. What God wants is your authentic self, no filters, no highlight reel, no carefully curated version of you that you think is acceptable for public consumption. He wants the raw truth, the messy parts, the scared parts, the parts you don't post about because they don't fit the narrative you're building. He wants the you that's exhausted, the one who's doubting, the you who is wondering if any of this matters, or if you're just going through the motions until the weekend. Bring that person to the table tonight, because even herein, the land of the free, we're often slaves. Slaves to our schedules, slaves to expectations, slaves to the unspoken rules about what success looks like and how hard you supposed to work and what you supposed to sacrifice to get ahead. But tonight, you can declare spiritual independence from the voice that says you're not doing enough, from the timeline society handed you, from the comparison trap and the performance anxiety and the constant need to prove yourself valuable. This week, this blank, wide open January week, sitting in front of you like a fresh sheet of paper, this is your startup venture. And God's not the investor you have to pitch. He's not the advisor you need to impress. He's the chief executive, and he's already olin on you. So many of us live with a Sunday-Monday disconnect. Faith at church, grinding everywhere else, like God only exists in the stained glass and the worship songs. But Monday through Saturday, we're on our own, back to the real world, back to the hustle. But what if faith wasn't compartmentalized? What if the peace you feel in those Sunday moments wasn't meant to evaporate the second you hit the parking lot? You were built for this specific moment in history, not 100 years ago, not some future version of now. This exact moment with all its chaos and uncertainty and digital overwhelm. You've got something that this moment needs. And it's not your productivity, it's your peace, your groundedness, your ability to be still when the whole world's spinning out. Practice intentional stillness, not as a productivity hack, not to optimize your performance, but to hear the direction for your next move, the real one, not the one everyone expects, the one that's yours. Because here's the truth they woe and tell you in the motivational seminars. This week's success isn't measured by productivity, it's measured by peace. The kind of peace that sits in your chest even when the to-do list isn't finished, even when the inbox is full, even when you didn't check off everything you said you would. Peace that says, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm doing exactly what I'm meant to do. And tomorrow I'll do it again. You're still here, still breathing, still present. That mental reset we just did, that wasn't the end. That was the beginning. Because now comes the hard part, the part where we actually let go of the steering wheel. Let's talk about strategic surrender. And I know those two words don't usually go together in American vocabulary. We don't do surrender, we do resilience. We do persistence. We do failures, not an option. Sleep when you're dead, and if you want something done right, do it yourself. We are a nation of control freaks in recovery who refuse to go to the meetings. But here's what all that control is costing you: your progress, your peace, your ability to see clearly. Because when you're white-knuckling every detail of your life, micromanaging every outcome, spinning every plate to yourself, you're not actually moving forward. You're just exhausted in place. So tonight, we're transferring ownership, taking all that stress you've been carrying like it's your job, like you're personally responsible for holding the universe together, and we're re-putting it in the Creator's hands. Not because you're weak, because you're smart enough to know that some loads weren't meant to be carried alone. Think about your to-do list right now. Not the one you show people, the real one. The one that lives in your head rent-free, adding items faster than you can cross them off. Half those things don't even serve you. They serve an obligation. They serve guilt. They serve the version of yourself you think you're supposed to be. So here's the ask. God, vet this list. Run it through your filter. Delete what doesn't serve your purpose for my life. Because I've been operating like everything's urgent. Everything's essential. Everything's mine to handle, and I'm buried under the weight of tasks that were never mine to begin with. Give me a strategic exit from the toxic projects. The ones that drain more than they give. The ones I said yes to because I felt obligated or wanted to prove something, or couldn't figure out how to say no without feeling guilty. You know the ones. The committee that's going nowhere. The friendship has become a one-way energy drain. The side hustle that stopped being fulfilling 3 months ago, but you keep doing it because you already told people about it. God, show me the door, and give me the courage to walk through it without apologizing for protecting my peace. Because here's the thing about being the hero of every story. It's exhausting, and it's not even your role. You've been trying to save the day in situations where you were never meant to be the savior. Jumping in to fix things. Carrying other people's responsibilities. Making sure everything works out, because if you don't do it, who will? God will. That's who. But he can't do his job when you won't get out of the way. So surrender the cape. Let him take the lead. Not because you're incapable, but because you were never meant to do this alone. Partnership beats solo performance every single time, but you have to actually let the other party participate. Now, let's talk about the place you spend 40+ hours a week. The office, the job site, the Zoom room that's become your second living room. You need emotional intelligence to navigate those waters, because office politics is a minefield, and you've been walking through it like you're wearing a blindfold and hoping for the best. God, give me the wisdom to read the room, to know when to speak up and when to stay quiet, to discern who's genuine and who's playing games, to navigate the egos and the agendas without losing my integrity in the process. And while you're at it, put a firewall around my mind. Block out the negativity, the gossip, the rumors that spread through Slack channels and break room conversations, the toxic energy that some people carry around like it's cologne. I don't need to absorb everyone else's drama. I don't need to participate in every conflict. I don't need to take sides in wars that aren't mine. Protect my mental space. Let me be present without being pulled into the chaos. And God, I'm inviting you into the mundane, into my commute, whether that's a drive, a train ride, or the 10 steps from my bed to my home office, into my cubicle with its flickering fluorescent lights and the coffee stains I've stopped trying to hide, into my Zoom calls where half the team has their cameras off and everyone's multitasking. You're not just a Sunday God, you're a Tuesday at 2 p.m. God, a stuck in traffic God. And my manager just scheduled another unnecessary meeting, God. So meet me there, in the ordinary, in the frustrating, in the moments that don't feel sacred but somehow need to be. And while we're talking about work, I need a favor with the decision makers, the ones who hold the keys to opportunities I can't create for myself, the hiring manager, the client who could change everything, the executive who doesn't know my name but has the power to change my life with one signature. I can't control what they decide, but you can influence hearts. You can open doors I didn't even know existed. You can create opportunities in rooms I'll never sit in. So I'm asking, go before me, prepare the way. Give me favor I didn't earn and opportunities I couldn't manufacture. And give me the courage to say no to good things. That's the part nobody talks about. How the enemy of great isn't bad, it's good. It's the opportunities that sound fine, that look reasonable, that you could probably make work if you just tried a little harder. But good enough will kill your calling as surely as terrible will it, just does it slower, more politely, with better optics. So God, help me discern. Help me see the difference between what's good and what's great, between what I could do and what I should do, between the path of least resistance and the path you're actually asking me to walk. Let me say yes to the right things by saying no to everything else, because I'm done with the DIY approach to life, done pretending I've got it all figured out, done white-knuckling my way through decisions and hoping I don't crash and burn. I need divine partnership, not as a backup plan, as the primary strategy. God, be my consultant. For every contract I sign, Every conversation that matters, every decision carries weight. I need your input before I commit, your wisdom before I agree, your perspective before I lock myself into something I'll regret, and help me see the miracles hiding in the mundane. Because I've been so focused on the big moments, the promotions, the breakthroughs, the dramatic victories, that I'm missing the small graces happening every single day. The project that fell through would have destroyed me 6 months down the line. The job I didn't get made room for something better. The relationship that ended before it became toxic. The delay turned out to be protection. Give me situational awareness. Help me see what you're doing in real time, instead of only recognizing it in hindsight. And when doors close, they will help me trust that it's a mercy block, that you're protecting my future from something I can't see yet, that the rejection is actually a redirection, that the no I am devastated about today is the thing I'll thank you for a year from now. Because I'm committing to walking by faith, even when the GPS of life is recalculating, even when the path doesn't make sense, even when everyone's asking what my plan is, and I don't have an answer that sounds impressive. Faith isn't about having it all figured out. It's about taking the next step when you can only see 2 feet in front of you. It's about trusting that the one who can see the whole map is guiding you even when you feel lost. So tonight, I'm letting go of the control, of the micromanaging, of the belief that if I don't hold it all together, it'll all fall apart. I'm surrendering strategically, intentionally, with the full knowledge that letting go is ungiving. Up it's making room for something better than I could orchestrate on my own. Take the wheel, God. I'm tired of driving. Let's shift gears, gently, like turning down a dimmer switch. You've surrendered, you've let go, you've put the weight down, and now we're going to remember who you actually are, not who you're trying to be. Not who Instagram thinks you should be, who you've always been underneath all the noise and doubt and exhaustion. You're still here. Think about that for a second. After everything you've been through, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The stuff you don't post about, the nights you weren't sure you'd make it through, the moments when quitting felt like the only logical option. You're still here. That's your track record of survival. And it's not just luck. It's not a coincidence. It's proof that God's reliability isn't theoretical. It's documented in your own story. Every valley you walked through and came out the other side. Every storm you weathered. Every time you thought, this is it, this is too much, I can't do this anymore, and then somehow you did. That's data, that's evidence. That S, a pattern of divine intervention that you can point to when doubt tries to tell you that you woe and make it through whatever S coming next. Those scars you carry, stop hiding them. They're not things to be ashamed of. They're badges of honor from battles you've already won. Each one tells a story of a moment you survived, a test you passed, a version of yourself that was forged in fire. You've had underdog moments. Remember them. The job you got when you were the least qualified person in the room. The project you pulled off when everyone expected you to fail. The relationship you saved, the habit you broke, The mountain you climbed when people were betting on you to turn back at base camp. You've succeeded against the odds before, and the odds makers were wrong about you then, and they're wrong about you now. Because here's what you need to know about setbacks. They're just setups. I know that sounds like a motivational poster in a dentist's office, but it's true. Every setback you've experienced has positioned you for a comeback you couldn't see yet. That job you didn't get. It made room for the one who actually fit. That relationship that ended. It cleared the path for something healthier. That business that failed. It taught you what you needed to know for the one who'll succeed. Those weren't rejections. They were divine redirections toward a better market fit. God was course correcting in real time, steering you away from things that looked good but would have been wrong for you. And if you need proof that this is how He operates, look at His performance history. It's flawless. Every promise kept, every provision made, every path that seemed impossible was somehow made passable. He's never dropped the ball, not once, not ever. So anchor your hope in that. When the future feels uncertain, when you can't see 3 steps ahead, when it looks like the odds are stacked against you, remember that the one guiding you has a perfect track record. And while we're taking inventory, honor the unseen victories, the ones nobody clapped for, the moments where you chose integrity over a shortcut, where you did the right thing even though the wrong thing would have been easier and more profitable, and nobody would have known. You didn't take the bribe, you didn't cheat, you didn't lie to get ahead. You didn't betray your values for a promotion or a relationship or approval. Those decisions matter. Those moments when you held the line, even though it cost you those, are the victories that actually count. You are the beneficiary of a legacy of grace you didn't earn. Think about all the things that had to align for you to be here right now. The sacrifices people made that you'll never know about. The prayers were prayed over you before you were born. The doors that opened not because you were qualified, but because grace made a way. You're standing on shoulders you can't see, benefiting from investments you didn't make, reaping harvests from seeds you didn't plant. That's the economy of grace, and it's still operating in your life right now. So tap into that pioneer spirit, the one that S in your DNA if you re-Americanor. If you VE ever had to start over, relocate, rebuild, reinvent yourself. That spirit that refuses to settle for just enough, that looks at the status quo and says, there's got to be more than this. You're not built for survival mode. You were designed for something bigger, bolder, better than what you're settling for right now. And the same God who fueled your past wins. He's funding your future. The same power that got you through the last impossible situation is still available, still active, still working on your behalf. So it's time to evict the imposter syndrome. That voice that says you don't belong in the room, that you got here by accident. That any minute now, someone's going to realize you're not actually qualified and escort you out. That voice is a liar. You belong exactly where you are. You've earned your seat at the table not just through your work, but through your survival, your resilience, your refusal to quit when quitting would have been easier. and refuse to let analysis paralysis stop you. You know what I'm talking about. The overthinking, the endless research, the need to have every question answered before you take one step forward. Sometimes you just have to jump. Take the leap of faith when the math doesn't make sense. Move when logic says wait. Trust when reason says protect yourself. Because faith isn't about having certainty. It's about taking action in the presence of uncertainty. Now let's deal with that fear. The big one. The one you don't always say out loud, but carry around like a weighted blanket. The fear of not being enough. Not smart enough. Not talented enough. Not connected enough. Not qualified enough. Not polished enough. Not healed enough. Not ready enough. Just not enough. And here's the truth. You need to tattoo on your brain. You're right, you're not enough. You never will be. None of us is. But God is more than enough. And when you partner with Him, your not enough becomes irrelevant. Because His enough to cover your lack. His strength shows up in your weakness. His provision fills your gaps. You don't have to be enough. You just have to be willing. Stop comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. You're looking at their finished product and comparing it to your rough draft. Their best moment versus your average Tuesday. Their victory lap versus your training montage. It's not a fair comparison. It was never meant to be. Everyone's faking it more than you think. Everyone's struggling more than they show. Everyone's got doubts they don't post about and fears they don't mention, and moments where they feel like frauds. You're not uniquely broken. You're just uniquely honest about it. And finally, and this is important, command your anxiety to bow. Not ignore it, not suppress it, not pretend it doesn't exist. Command it. You have authority in Christ. That's not motivational fluff. That's a theological fact. You have the right to speak to the anxiety, the fear, the panic, the spiraling thoughts, and tell them they don't get to run the show. Anxiety, you don't own me. Fear, you don't control me. Doubt, you don't define me. I am a child of God. I carry His authority. I walk in His power. And you have no jurisdiction here. Say it out loud if you need to. Whisper it, think it, but mean it. Because you're not just surviving anymore. You're not just making it through. You're building resilience. You re-tapping into the underdog spirit that carried you this far and will carry you further still. You've got scars. You've got a track record. You've got proof that God shows up. So rest tonight, knowing that the same power that brought you through everything else is still active, still present, still working on your behalf. You're going to make it, not because you're strong enough, because He is. Stay with me. We're going deeper now, but gently, like wading into warm water. Let's talk about the lies you've been believing. The ones that show up at 3 a.m. when you can't sleep. The ones that whisper when you're about to step into something bigger than you've done before. First lie, you have to do this alone. That's the American myth, isn't it? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Be self-made, owe nothing to nobody. The rugged individual who needs no help, asks for no favors and accepts no handouts. It's a beautiful story. It's also killing you. Because nobody, and I mean nobody, makes it alone. Every success story you admire is built on invisible support systems. Mentors who opened doors, friends who believed before there was proof, a family that covered gaps, strangers who showed up at the right moment with the right word or the right opportunity. So reject that myth tonight. You don't have to do it all on your own. You were never meant to. God, give me the boldness of a lion when I step into new territory this week, because I'm going places I haven't been before, taking risks I have been afraid to take, having conversations I've been putting off, making moves that require courage I don't feel like I have. Give me boldness that isn't arrogance, confidence that isn't cockiness, the kind of holy courage that says, I don't know how this is going to work out, but I know who's with me, so I'm going anyway. Because every challenge you're facing right now, it's a training ground, not a punishment, not a mistake, not evidence that you're on the wrong path. It's preparation for your next level of leadership, the difficult conversation you're avoiding. That's teaching you how to navigate conflict with grace. The project that's stretching you past your comfort zone, that's expanding your capacity. The failure that's haunting you, that's giving you empathy for everyone else who's failed and gotten back up. Nothing's wasted, it's all training. Now silence that inner critic. You know the one. The voice that sounds suspiciously like your 7th grade teacher who said you'd never amount to anything, or your ex who said you weren't enough, or your parent who loved you but didn't know how to believe in you, or that co-worker who's always waiting for you to fail so they can say, I told you so. Those voices from past doubters have taken up residence in your head, and they're paying no rent. They're just squatting there, commenting on every decision, questioning every move, reminding you of every past failure. Time to serve the eviction notice. God, silence the inner critic. Replace those old voices with your voice. Let me hear what you say about me instead of what they said. Let your truth be louder than their doubt. Because you're walking into this week with a different energy. Not the energy of someone who's hoping to prove themselves. The energy of someone who already knows who they are. You're a child of the King. That's not a metaphor. That's reality. Which means you get to walk with swagger. Not the fake kind that's covering insecurity. The real kind that comes from knowing whose you are. You belong in the room, any room, every room. Not because you're perfect, but because you're chosen. Now, let's talk about money. Because we can't talk about American stress without talking about finances. Most of us view money through the lens of survival. Will there be enough? Can I cover the bills? What if something breaks? What if I lose my job? What if the economy crashes? What if? What if? What if? It's exhausting, and it's not how we're meant to think about resources. Shift your view tonight, from survival to stewardship. You're not scraping by, hoping there's enough. You're managing what's been entrusted to you. Some seasons, that's a lot. Some seasons, it's a little. But it's all stewardship. And stewardship isn't about the amount. It's about the faithfulness. God, Show me creative revenue streams that reflect my unique, God-given gifts. Because I've been trying to make money the way everyone else does, and it's not working. Or it's working, but it's draining me. Or it's working, but it doesn't feel aligned with who I actually am. What if income could flow from the thing I'm actually good at? The thing that energizes me instead of exhausts me? What if money could come from using my gifts instead of suppressing them to fit someone else's system? Open my eyes to possibilities I haven't seen, opportunities I've been overlooking, revenue streams that already exist, but I've been too stuck in conventional thinking to notice. And God, give me the discipline to break the debt cycle, the one that keeps me trapped, the one that makes every month feel like I'm running in place. The credit card debt, the student loans, the car payment, the mortgage that's underwater, the cycle of borrowing from tomorrow to pay for today. I need wisdom to stop the bleeding, strategy to dig out, discipline to make different choices, and probably some supernatural intervention because the math doesn't math right now. Break the cycle that's been limiting my freedom. Because debt isn't just about numbers, it's about options. And I don't have options when I'm chained to payments. But here's what I'm asking for: kingdom-minded wealth. Not just wealth for wealth's sake. Not just so I can buy more stuff or look successful or keep up with people I don't even like. Wealth that allows me to be a blessing to others, to tip generously, to give freely, to support causes I believe in, to help family members who are struggling, to invest in businesses and people and ideas that align with your heart. Make me rich so I can make others' lives better. That's the prayer. And regardless of what the stock market does, regardless of whether it's bull or bear, rising or crashing, stable or volatilely, remain my ultimate provider. When the economy's uncertain, you're certain. When the market's shaky, you're solid. When everyone's panicking about recession or inflation or whatever the financial news is screaming about this week, you're still sovereign. My security isn't in my portfolio, it's in your provision. Give me wisdom to invest wisely, not just money, but time, talent, treasure, all of it. Where am I putting my energy? What am I building? Who am I becoming in the process? Because investment isn't just about financial return. It's about what you're building that'll outlast you. God, I'm claiming a breakthrough in my credit, my contracts, my capital. The credit score has been stuck. The contract I've been trying to land, the capital I need to start what you've put in my heart. Breakthrough, not incremental improvement, breakthrough. And supernatural favor in the negotiations that matter. The salary conversation I need to have. The business pitch I'm preparing. The proposal I'm submitting. The interview that could change everything. Go before me, soften hearts, open minds, create favor I couldn't manufacture on my own. Because I'm asking for an abundance mindset, the kind that isn't afraid to give, that doesn't hoard because it trusts there's more coming, that can hold resources with an open hand instead of a clenched fist. Generosity is a muscle, and I want to build it. But I need to believe first that there's enough, that giving doesn't deplete me, that your economy operates on multiplication, not subtraction. Help me see abundance where I've been seeing scarcity. And finally, this is Big Dime declaring that my family's financial legacy starts changing today, not tomorrow, not when I get the raise, not when the business takes off, not when circumstances are perfect. Today, the patterns of lack, of debt, of barely scraping by, of financial stress that's been passed down like an heirloom that stops with me, that ends in my generation. I'm starting a new legacy of stewardship, of generosity, of wisdom, of supernatural provision. My children, or the people I influence, or the generation coming after me, they're going to inherit something different, not just money, a mindset, a relationship with resources that's healthy, a belief that God provides. The legacy changes today, so I'm resting tonight, not in my bank account, but in your abundance. Not in what I can see, but in what you can do. You're my provider, my source, my ultimate security. And that's enough. Breathe. Slower this time. Let your shoulders drop. We need to talk about what all this stress is doing to your body. Because you could unpray your way through burnout while ignoring the fact that your nervous system is screaming for help. You're living in a high-stressed, high-cortisol world. Your body's been in fight or flight mode for so long, it doesn't remember what rest feels like. Your adrenals are tapped. Your sleep is broken. Your brain fog isn't laziness, it's exhaustion at a cellular level. So tonight, we're praying for neurological peace. God, calm my brain. Quiet the electrical storm of thoughts. Slow the rapid-fire neurons that won't stop processing, planning, worrying, replaying. Give my mind permission to shut down without feeling like I'm dropping the ball. My nervous system needs to remember how to rest. Teach it again, because you've been treating your body like a tool instead of a temple. Something to be used, pushed, overridden when it complains. You've been ignoring the signals, the headaches, the tight chest, the grinding jaw, the exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. Your body's been sending you messages. It's time to listen. God, give me the wisdom to honor this vessel you gave me, to see my physical health not as vanity or weakness, but as stewardship, because I can't fulfill my calling if I'm running on empty. I can't serve anyone well if I'm burned out. Help me treat my body with the same respect I'd give anything else you've entrusted to me. And God, I'm asking for healing from the invisible illnesses, the ones people can't see, so they don't believe. The chronic fatigue makes every day feel like climbing Everest. The mental fog that makes me feel stupid when I'm just exhausted. The anxiety that lives in my chest like a permanent house guest. The pain that doesn't show up on tests but shows up in my life every single day. Heal what the doctors can't diagnose. Touch what medicine hasn't reached. Restore what's been depleted. Reset my sleep patterns, because I haven't slept well in months, maybe years. I either can't fall asleep, or can't stay asleep, or wake up feeling like I never slept at all. My body's recovery cycles are broken. I'm withdrawing from an account I'm not depositing into. So God, reset the system. Teach my body how to enter deep sleep again. how to cycle through REM properly, how to wake feeling rested instead of already tired. Tonight, start the reset tonight, because I need emotional resilience for the emotional labor my job requires. I smile when I don't feel like it. I stay professional when I want to lose it, managing other people's feelings while suppressing my own. The performing emotional stability I don't actually feel. It's exhausting and it's costing me. Give me the strength to handle what's required of me without losing myself in the process. And God, restore my joy. The kind that doesn't depend on circumstances. Because right now, joy feels theoretical. It's been so long since I felt genuine happiness that I am starting to forget what it feels like. I'm not asking for constant happiness, No, that's not realistic. But I want joy back. The deep down kind. The kind that exists underneath the stress and the worry and the exhaustion. The kind that stays even when life's hard. I need strength to break the unhealthy coping mechanisms I've been using. The ones I pretend aren't problems. The drinking has crept from occasional to regular. The scrolling that eats hours. The shopping that temporarily fills the void. The eating that's not about hunger. The work that's actually avoiding. I know what I'm doing, and I know it's not helping. But I don't know how to stop without these things, because they how I've been surviving. God, give me healthier ways to cope, better tools, actual solutions instead of temporary numbing. And while we're talking about things that are toxic, I need a spiritual detox from social media, from the anger, the divisiveness, the constant outrage, the comparison trap, the highlight reels, the doom, the arguments with strangers about things that don't matter. It's poisoning me. Slowly, daily, and I keep going back like it's not. Cleanse my mind from the anger I've absorbed, from the bitterness that's seeped in, from the cynicism that's replaced hope, from the anxiety that's been amplified by infinite bad news. Help me unplug without feeling like I'm missing out, because FOMO is real, but so is the cost of constant connectivity. Give me clarity of vision to see my physical health as part of my calling, not separate from it, not less important than it, not something to sacrifice for productivity. My body is the vehicle for my purpose. If I destroy the vehicle, the purpose doesn't get fulfilled. It's that simple. So help me see physical health as spiritual obedience. And God, I'm believing for total alignment. Body, soul, spirit, all working together instead of against each other. My body is not sabotaging what my spirit wants to do. My soul is not carrying what my body can't sustain. My spirit is not pushing beyond what my body can handle. Alignment, integration, wholeness, make me whole again. Now let's talk about relationships, because you can't heal in isolation, and some of your deepest wounds involve other people. God, I'm praying for relational harmony that breaks through generational trauma, the patterns that have been repeated in my family for decades, the communication styles that damage, the emotional unavailability that gets passed down, the pain that keeps recycling. It stops here. It stops with me. I'm asking for healing that doesn't just affect me, but ripples backward and forward through my family line. Break the cycles that have been breaking us. Give me grace to lead my family with servant-hearted strength, not domination, not passivity, strength that serves, leadership that listens, authority that's gentle, whether that's my kids, my partner, my parents, or the people who look to me for guidance. Help me lead well, with patience I don't naturally have, with wisdom beyond my years, with love that's consistent even when I'm tired. And God, where there's been distance, create reconnection. The child who's drifted, the parent I stopped talking to, the sibling I haven't called, the friend who's become a stranger. I don't know how to bridge the gap. The silence has lasted so long, it feels permanent. The hurt runs so deep that reaching out feels impossible. But you specialize in impossible reconciliations. Soften hearts, mine included. Create opportunities for healing conversations. Give me the courage to be the first one to reach out, even if pride says I shouldn't have to be. And my social circle, God, let it be iron sharpening iron, not just people I'm comfortable with, but people who make me better, who challenges me, who speaks the truth even when it's hard to hear, who calls me higher. Remove the relationships that are draining me, not out of cruelty, but out of necessity. I can't afford to keep pouring into wells that have no bottom. Bring me people who pour back, who sees me, who invests in my growth the way I invest in theirs. And give me wisdom to set healthy boundaries with difficult people, because not everyone gets full access to me. Not everyone earns my time, my energy, my emotional labor. Some people only get surface level access, and that's not cruel, it's wise. Help me protect my peace without guilt, to say no witut overexplaining, to create distance without drama, because boundaries aren't walls, they're property lines, and I get to decide what's allowed on my property. So tonight, God, I'm asking for healing that goes deeper than surface level. Neurological peace, physical restoration, emotional resilience, relational harmony. Heal the parts of me I've been ignoring. Touch the places that hurt. Restore what's been depleted. Make me whole, not perfect, just whole. And let me sleep tonight, deeply, peacefully, completely. Let my body remember how to rest. We're almost there. Stay with me just a little longer. You've done the work tonight. You've surrendered. You've remembered. You've healed. Now let's talk about what comes next. Then we'll let you rest. Because the world needs something from you. Not your productivity. Not your hustle. Your peace. In this increasingly polarized culture, where everyone's picking sides and drawing lines and shouting across divides, you get to be something different. Conflict, but someone who brings calm into chaos. God, make me an agent of peace. In my workplace, in my family, in my community. Help me lower the temperature in heated moments. Help me build bridges where others are burning them. Let the ripple effect of my peace be felt by everyone I encounter. The cashier is having a rough day. The co-worker is drowning in stress. The stranger in the elevator. The family member who's struggling. Let my presence calm rooms. Let my words diffuse tension. Let my peace be contagious. And God, give me divine appointments this week. Orchestrate meetings with people who need my light. Put me in the right place at the right time to say the right thing to someone who desperately needs to hear it. Use me, not because I'm special, but because I'm available. In my most intimate relationships, where trust has been broken or strained, bring restoration. The marriage that's been tested, the friendship is fractured. The parent-child bond is weakened. Restore trust where it's been lost. Rebuild what's been broken. Create new intimacy where there's been distance. Because at the end of my life, I don't want to be remembered for my career achievements. I want to leave a legacy of love, of relationships that mattered, of people who felt seen, heard, and valued. Let my legacy be measured in lives touched, not dollars earned. Now for the year ahead. God, give me the blueprint for the next 12 months. Not the whole life plan, just the next 12 months. Show me what you're asking me to build. Where are you asking me to go? What are you asking me to become? Give me sharp intuition to sense where the next open door is, before it fully opens, before everyone else sees it. Give me the spiritual sensitivity to feel the shift before it happens. And when I find that door, when I step through, it give me the grit to stay the course. When the initial excitement fades, because it will fade, the new becomes normal. The thrilling becomes routine. And that's when most people quit. Don't let me be like most people. Give me supernatural efficiency, the ability to work smarter, not just harder, to accomplish in 4 hours what used to take 8, to see shortcuts that aren't cutting corners, to leverage my strengths and delegate my weaknesses, multiply my output without multiplying my hours. And God, give me courage to innovate, to try things no one in my family has done, to break the mold, to pioneer new paths, to be the first instead of following the familiar. My family's playbook has gotten us this far, but maybe it's time to write new plays. Give me a global perspective that sees beyond my own zip code. Help me understand that my problems aren't the only problems, that my culture isn't the only culture, that there's a whole world beyond my bubble that I need to understand, serve, and engage with. Expand my vision beyond what's comfortable. Give me the patience of a farmer who plants and waits and trusts the process, but also the urgency of a leader who knows that timing matters and windows close, and some opportunities don't come twice. Help me balance patience with urgency, stillness with action, trust with initiative, and God, my personal brand, whatever reputation I'm building, whatever image I'm projecting, let it reflect your character, not a sanitized, fake version, the real thing, your love, your grace, your strength, your truth. Let people encounter you when they encounter me. As this week ends, I'm doing a gratitude audit, counting every win as a gift. The meetings went well, the conversations that mattered, the moments of peace, the small victories nobody else saw, every single one a gift from your hand. And I'm stepping into Monday with quiet confidence. Not loud, not arrogant, quiet. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself. The kind that just knows. I'm unstoppable with you. Not because I'm powerful, because you are. And now, it's time to rest. Let everything slow down now. Your breathing, your thoughts, the tension in your body. You've carried so much today, done so much, worried about so much. But tonight, you can put it all down. Every burden, every question, every fear about tomorrow. Put it down. God's got it. He's got you. And He's not sleeping tonight, so you can. Your body knows how to rest. Your mind knows how to be quiet. Your soul knows how to be still. Let it happen. Feel the weight of your body sinking into the mattress. Feel the pillow cradling your head. Feel the blanket's warmth. You are safe. You are loved. You are held. Nothing can touch you here. The worries can wait until morning. The to-do list will still be there. The problems haven't disappeared, but they also haven't gotten worse while you've been lying here. They can wait. Rest now. Deep healing, restorative rest. Your nervous system is calming. Your heartbeat is slowing. Your breathing is deepening. Everything in you is remembering how to rest. And as you drift, know this: you are exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly who you're meant to be. And tomorrow, when you wake, you'll be ready. But tonight, just rest. Let go, sleep. You're safe. You're loved. You're held. Rest now. Just rest. Amen.